Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are testing out a bunch of new Wet n Wild products. Okay guys, so I have a bunch of new products from Wet n Wild here that I'm so excited to show you what I think about them. There are some good things, there are some not so great things, but mostly good. So stay tuned to see what my thoughts are on those. If you guys are new here, hi, I am Kendra. I post 3 beauty/lifestyle videos a week and 1 weekly vlog. So if you want to see all those videos, then don't forget to subscribe down below and join the family. Also, if you wanted to, I will leave my social medias on the screen right here. They are also linked in the description box down below. But check out my social medias if you want to see what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis. I post pretty regularly there, so if you want to see that, follow me there. But let's just get right on into the video. Okay, so first we are going to take this new Photofocus Dewy Lumino primer. And we are gonna use this to prime. It is, I just only swatched this on my hand the other day and it is pearly, shall we say. Like very luminous. So that's pretty cool, like a really good cruelty-free drugstore option. I mean, we are glowy. We are really, really, really glowy. The hard part was the foundation because there are only 8 shades, I think. There was one called Light Ivory and it looked like it was honestly like white with yellow. And I should have gotten it. Like I really should have gotten it. I'm dumb for getting the next shade up because of how fair I am. So I'm trying to take off this freaking mirror cover and it's literally impossible. So it comes with a sponge that I will not use because it's like garbage. But then you have this takeoff thing, this cover, and then you have like a plastic little protector over the actual foundation cushion, and it comes in a box. It looks like this. It has coconut derivative in it, which I think is awesome, so it should be very hydrating. I don't think this is going to be a full coverage foundation, but then again, most cushion foundations aren't. They're more like dewy, lightweight foundations, but this is the shade and it looks way too dark for me. So we will see what this turns out like. The cool thing is it does have a mirror, but I'm just going to take my beauty blender and bounce it in the foundation and take the cat hair off my beauty blender that I see, because that's gross. And let's see. I mean, I don't think it's too dark. I mean, maybe it's darker than what it looks like on me right now. I bet the lighter shade would have been better, like in all honesty, but I kind of feel like you can always use a lighter foundation and darken it up with bronzer and stuff. But like when you use a darker foundation, it's really kind of hard to make it lighter. Sometimes I like using a foundation that's slightly too dark because I love the way my face looks when it looks tanner. I'm gonna bring some down my neck just so that, you know, we don't have any harsh lines, and then I'm going to cover my nose. So I'm actually really loving this so far. It is more lightweight, sheer, probably sheer to light to, you could maybe build this up to medium coverage. What I like is that I can still see my freckles, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing a crap ton of foundation. So I could build this up a little bit more. I love the packaging. I love that it has a mirror, and I love that it has like a, I almost dropped that. I love that it has a protecting like cover over the foundation. And let me just tell you, I was so excited because I'm pretty sure every other cushion foundation on the market right now is not cruelty-free. I don't think there is one single cruelty-free cushion foundation out there, whether high-end or drugstore. So I was so excited because I've never tried a cushion foundation ever, and I've always wanted to. Oh my gosh, you guys, I actually really like this. So it's super dewy, glowy, and I think a lot of that has to do with the primer beneath, but also like this foundation has coconut. I'm gonna build up the coverage on my forehead where I have some blemishes. Yeah, but what I was saying, it has like coconut in it, and from what I've seen, just based off of videos I've seen, a lot of cushion foundations are already dewier They're usually luminous foundations. I haven't ever seen a matte cushion foundation. Could be wrong though. If there is one out there, let me know. So this was the shade Cream Ivory. And I'm pleasantly surprised by how it looks on my skin right now. I was very worried it was gonna be too dark and I should have gotten the light ivory shade. Is it slightly darker? Yes, but I don't think it looks like a stark difference between my face and my body. And I can always sweep bronzer down my neck, you know? The undertone of this is kind of weird. Looks like it's kind of have like an orangey yellow undertone, but it kind of is slightly gray when it is on your face, which is weird because it looks quite warm in the pan. But again, I think it looks good. I'm not too concerned about that yet. All right, and now you guys know this is truly like one of my favorite concealers ever. Like Ride or Die, so good, and it is $3.99 or $2.99 from the drugstore, and it is from Wet n Wild. So that is what we're gonna use today because I don't have a new concealer by them, which is totally fine because I feel like even if I did have a new concealer, I'd probably still use this because of how much I love it. Okay, so now we have the concealer on. Nothing else to say about the concealer. You guys know how much I love it. And I'm going to set my face with my Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder. This is also one of my favorite powders. I don't use a ton of powder, so I can't sit here and be like, oh, I use this every day, because a lot of times I don't set my full face. But this is such a good powder, especially for the price. It's comparable to a lot of high-end powders in my eyes. So I'm just going to first start taking it where I have blemishes that I covered with, you know, some concealer. And then I am going to pat it on my nose because, as funny as it sounds, I'm so dry skinned, like cracky dry skin, but on my nose, I get shiny. And then because we're gonna be testing out some cream products today, I'm literally only gonna set directly under my eyes until later on. Okay, they actually did have a new brow product come out and I've heard really good things about it. But the shape of the pencil is like that teardrop shape, and I have such small, not a lot of brow. I have such a small brow and it's not a lot of brow that I need a really precise end. So if you like those teardrop shapes, like the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow, what's it called? There's like the Brow Wiz, and then there's like one other one that has the definer, brow definer. If you like that, try the Wet n Wild one because I've heard really good things about it. But I'm gonna do my brows off camera. I'm gonna prime my eyes so we can get ready for eyeshadow, and then we will continue on with the rest of the video. Okay, so the brows are a little extra dramatic and slightly sloppy today because I just dyed them, and when I do that, sometimes the dye gets a little bit outside of the line or it gets a little bit like more heavy in this area, and that area it's a little bit patchy. I'm no professional. So hopefully that does not bother you because I'm not a big fan of my brows today, but let's just skip past that. So I bought two of their brand new look palettes. I've always wanted this one called Comfort Zone, which they've had for years and years and years, but they put it into this format. They added 2 transition shades, which they didn't have before, and it says new formula, new look. So they've like upgraded the formula as well. And then I bought the Rosé in the Air, I think. And this is a literal identical dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I kind of want to save this for a separate video and maybe do like, is this a dupe video, and test them on each eye. So I think I'm not going to use this one today, but guys, this is literally identical to the Modern Renaissance palette. Since I've always wanted this palette, I think this is what I'm gonna go in with today. And I just kind of want to create a classic look because I kind of want to wear red lipstick tonight. So if I put like green on my eyes, even though I really want to use the green, it might not work for red lipstick. So there are no shade names. There are just kind of numbers. It goes 1 at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 at the bottom. So I'm just gonna take shade number 1, which is that top transition shade. It's a little bit lighter in color, and there is a little bit of kickback, but nothing horrible. I'm just gonna tap off my brush, and then let's see what this does. This is blending out super easily so far. I'm actually forgot to zoom you guys in, so let's zoom in. I'm quite impressed actually. It's blending out. It is quite pigmented. I haven't had any issues with it so far, and it is actually really pretty, like warm light brown shade. So to deepen up the crease, I think I'm actually gonna take a mixture of this bottom transition shade in the Comfort Zone palette, which is the main one I wanted to use today, but I think I might mix it with like this taupey brown, just because I think this is slightly darker than what I want my look to come off as today, and this will kind of cool it down and also kind of, you know, like bring the color down a notch, and throw them in the crease to deepen it up a bit and create more of definition. So far, I am like thoroughly, crazily impressed with these palettes. So I think what I'm just going to do is take this like taupey, cool tone kind of shimmer shade across the lid, and then I'm going to take this bright shimmer shade on the inner third. I'm gonna see how it works first without any setting spray, and we'll see. I hope there's not a lot of fallout. Wow, so far pretty good. I mean, it's not like as pigmented as other palettes I've had, but it's going on pretty smooth. A little bit of fallout, but nothing crazy. Probably would work slightly better with my finger, but at this point, I just feel a little lazy. Then I'm going to take that bright shimmer shade right here. See, that might need some setting spray, because I feel like it's just not coming off shimmery at all. It looks matte almost, but it's supposed to be shimmery. Nonetheless, it is still a pretty look. I might just kind of give up, not use some setting spray because I don't have any near me at this second. Maybe I'll top it off later with some setting spray. But that is actually quite pretty. I'm thoroughly impressed by these palettes. I'm just gonna take that top transition shade again for my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna take this deeper shade right here, and I'm gonna keep it quite close to the lower lash line. And just because it's right in front of me, I'm gonna take this white shade in this palette, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my brow bone. It's identical to the Modern Renaissance palette, and that is what I use in the Modern Renaissance palette to highlight my brow bone. I just think it's so funny. We might as well jump back on into the Comfort Zone palette and take that light shimmery shade I used in the inner third and highlight the brow bone with it as well. Oh yeah, that's a pretty brow bone highlight, actually. It's very subtle, but it's really pretty. All right, so I have some other products to play with, so let's move on to the rest of the face. Okay, so I know that these aren't brand new, but this is the Mega Cushion Contour, and I have heard some pretty good things about it as well, too. This also comes with the sponge that I will not be using. And then it has like a protective cover as well. This isn't like the foundation where the protective cover is like connected, which would be a lot easier. It just comes out, which you gotta be a little bit careful about. Let's try it. I'm taking my Fenty Beauty sponge, and I'm taking a little bit on the end of it. It's pretty. It blended in really well, and I think it's a nice color. It is warmer, like I don't think it's something you could like, if you have, depending on your skin tone, I don't think it's really like a contour product. I feel like it's more of a like bronzing product, but I like it. But I accidentally already set my nose without thinking, so I'm not gonna use this on my nose. I'm going to take just another bronzer to contour my nose really fast, and then we will try out other products. Okay, so next up we have the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Highlighter, but the brand new Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter. I bought mine in the shade Halo Goodbye. I thought it was gonna be more of a champagne-y gold. It turns out it's more of like a champagne-y pink. It's supposed to kind of be like a dupe for the Cover FX Illuminating Drops, but to be quite honest, this applicator is 10 times better than the illuminating drops, because like not very many people want to like drop something, you know? I don't know. I could be wrong. So I think what I'm gonna do is use this to highlight my cheeks and this to highlight my nose and see how it goes. Didn't mean to rhyme. I will try one side using it from the back of my hand and one side just kind of like painting it on the skin and see what that looks like. I think I need to paint it because I think it's just kind of like dried on my hand already. So let's see. And then let's blend it in really fast. It is pretty, but I feel like it's more of like a pink glow than a highlight. Does that make sense? Let's see if this side will turn out any differently. I feel like that just kind of blended away, so I'm gonna add a little bit more and see how we like it. I'm so far not a huge fan. This side looks better somehow than this side, I don't know why. Okay, so maybe let's try the cushion highlight on top of that one because, yeah, I think it's gonna be better. Hopefully it's better. Take some down my nose. Okay, so I think I like the cushion highlighter better than the liquid highlighter, but I'm not obsessed with either of them. I want to try this on its own without the liquid highlighter beneath it. Maybe it's just this shade, like maybe I should try out more shades, but I only bought one, so I can only try out one. I'm going a little bit out of order today because we are using a lot of cream products, so I'm going to set my face a little bit more and then I'm going to add some blush. For blush, I'm taking an oldie but a goodie. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Apricot in the middle, or Apricot, however you want to pronounce it. Okay guys, so I put on some mascara and I put on some lip gloss because I don't have a new Wet n Wild lipstick to use. So I use this Marc Jacobs lip gloss in the shade Changes, which is a brand new lip gloss, and I think it's limited edition just for holiday. But it's got like a really cool like green kind of bluey flip to it with like a maroon sheer undertone, so I really like it. So just go over some of the products to let you guys know how I feel. I so far really like this foundation. I definitely see myself reaching for this because of the coverage, the feel. It feels really good on my face. I don't feel dry at all. Like sometimes when I go like this, I can tell if I'm dry depending on like if I feel cracky. I don't feel dry at all, so I highly recommend this. It's just a bummer that there are only 8 shades. The bronzer I actually really liked, so I will definitely keep using this in the future. I love using cream or liquid bronzers, but it's so much easier in a cushion compact where you just like tap your brush or your sponge in and you don't have to like use your hands. The highlighters, I definitely like this one more than this one, but I have been hearing good things about these, so maybe I just got, maybe this color's more sheer than the other ones, or maybe people are having good experiences with other ones and there are a few that aren't as great, who knows. This I definitely like better. I definitely see myself using this more in the future. I just kind of need to play around with it a little bit more. The primer, I love a dewy, pearly, love that kind of primer. So far I really like this. I don't think it's a primer that's gonna like make your foundation last a lot longer. So if you're looking for something like that, maybe try some of their other primers. But if you want like a dewy, luminous, cruelty-free drugstore primer, this is a really good option. And then the last 2 new products I have are these palettes. So far these are great. I've had a really good experience with these so far. I think they're like $5.99 or $6.99, so it's a really good palette for the value especially, and I can't wait to film like a dupe tutorial with the Rosé and the Air versus the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm just really excited because I've always wanted the Comfort Zone palette, but at every store I've gone to, they don't sell it or they're out of stock, and then I bought these online, so that's why I bought this time, and it's a new formula, and so far it's been really great, so I'm really excited about these. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and also let me know down in the comments down below some of your thoughts. I personally love Wet n Wild. I love what they stand for. I love that they're cruelty free and a lot of their products are vegan, and I also just love that it's cheap, and it's one of the cheapest brands at the drugstore, and if they start coming out with good products, some of the other brands at the drugstore are gonna have a run for their money, which I love. Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and also don't forget to check out my social medias, which I'll put on the screen right now. And yeah, let me know if I should do more Wet n Wild videos, because I really love Wet n Wild videos, but I will let you guys go. And let me know if I should do some more Wet n Wild videos, because I really like Wet n Wild, the brand, so let me know. But I will let you guys go. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!